Hello everyone. In this video is a quick lesson about the use of punctuations in English. So punctuations are an essential part of English as in any other language because without punctuations you can't really understand when one idea finishes and another begins. So it is essentially an important part of writing in English. And there are 9 forms of punctuations that we frequently use when we write. The first one, the most common and important one, is the full stop or the period, which is a dot that comes at the end of every sentence. And this means that the particular idea that the writer was describing is concluded. So after a full stop, you always begin with a new sentence and a capital letter. And a sentence can include 1, 2, or 3, but usually not more than 3 phrases. So the next one is a comma. So within a sentence, when you want to separate two ideas or phrases, you use a comma. So by adding a comma, you let the writer take a short pause to breathe, but the sentence still hasn't finished. So usually in a sentence, you use about 2 or 3 commas. And they're especially important when you want to add more information. And so a comma in Greek actually is a word that helps us separate ideas and clauses in a sentence. So you usually do not use more than 2 or 3 commas in a sentence so that you don't make the phrase very long and difficult to understand. So the next one is a question mark. And so a question mark is a symbol that indicates the sentence is interrogative in its form. Like, for example, where are you from, or what do you do? So such sentences, you would end them with a question mark because they are a question and interrogative form of a sentence. So the next one is an exclamation mark. And so an exclamation mark is used at the end of the sentence for an order or to show excitement or anger. Like, for example, that's great news. So at the end of such a sentence, you would use an exclamation point to show your excitement. Or when you say, give that pen back to me. So even in such a sentence, you would use an exclamation mark to point out the fact that it's an order. So exclamation marks are frequently used in informal emails and text messages these days, but it's best not to use them in formal emails. So the next one is the speech marks, that is the double inverted commas. So the speech marks are used at the beginning and at the end of a phrase or a sentence when you want to quote someone. Like, for example, the teacher said, comma, so after followed by the speech marks. Let's practice using this form by playing a game. So it is used to quote someone else. The next form is an apostrophe. So an apostrophe is used in 2 situations in English. The first one is contractions. Like, for example, if you want to say do not, you usually say don't. So in such cases, you use an apostrophe between N and T and say don't. Or it is also used as a Saxon genitive to show possession. Like, for example, that's Sam's bag. So Sam apostrophe S, it would show the possession of the bag. The next one is a colon. So colons are used when you want to give examples or for lists or an explanation. The second last one is a semicolon. So a semicolon is used to connect to independent ideas. Like, for example, some people like studying on their own because they can concentrate better, semicolon. Others, on the contrary, like studying with their friends. So these are 2 independent ideas, but they are connected to each other. So you use a semicolon in such a situation. The last one is brackets. So you use brackets to add extra but usually unessential information, like an example of what you're saying. Example would be, in my opinion, outdoor sports into brackets like football or cycling are more fun than indoor sports. So they're usually used to add unessential information, examples, and so on and so forth. So that was a quick lesson on the use of punctuations. I hope you found it useful. And do subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss out on new videos. And thank you for watching.